So, Will Smith. Will Smith. People been talking a lot of shit about Will Smith. They said, where's that? I know we had Will Smith, the personality. We got Will Smith, the hip hop guy. Will Smith, the funny kid,
the Fresh Prince.
The Fresh Prince.
Right.
When am I going to get Will Smith, the thespian?
We've had that.
Yeah, we've had that,
but not for a while. Now he's doing this comic book shit. People like, when he gonna go for that Academy Award again? Because he was nominated for Ali, right?
Yeah. But so was Denzel Washington that year.
Oh, brother. That's the wrong kind of black on black crown that you want.
That's like having your best year in basketball while Jordan's still playing.
Oh fuck yeah, exactly, man. I'm sorry, Will. Denzel gonna trump your ass every time. But Denzel, did he make a movie this year? Is he anywhere to be found? Is he up for anything?
No.
Oh,
he didn't make a movie this year.
He was at the Mayweather fights.
Oh, shit, he made Uncle T.
So this probably wasn't his best year.
No, he gonna get a Razzie for that one. But Will Smith can come out now and say, "Oh shit, is it my time?" He plays Dr. Bennett Omalu, and this is based on his discoveries. He is a forensic pathologist, and pathologist. he's a pathological liar. And so while he was conducting an autopsy on an NFL player, Mike Webster, he finds a disturbing pattern of neurological deterioration, very much like Alzheimer's, and he begins to see the same pattern in other football-related head traumas, and he hopes to bring awareness to the public. Now, of course, the NFL said, "The fuck you are? You shit, it's a business, motherfucker. You ain't about to
goddamn money over here."
Hell yeah,
it's a hell of a business.
Are billions to be lost?
Yeah. No, good job, man. Good job. Now, if you could just take this and throw this shit into the fireplace, we'd appreciate it. It will make it worth your time.
Yeah, thanks for bringing it to us.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good read right here.
The George Lucas Disney treatment, and that goes there.
I needed something to wipe my ass with. But he wants to bring awareness to this serious problem. The NFL says, "Look, man, there's too much money in this." And so they initiate a smear campaign to not only ruin the name of Dr. Omalu, but also, and this is the real tragedy right here, abandon some of the very players who helped make them money in the first place. And here's the thing right here. It's rough because, when we have a corporation this big who's sitting around neglecting these players, and you say, man, ain't nothing wrong with these players. These players got money.
Yeah.
They're tough guys, man. These players are cool, and something, it's concussions, man. How hard is a concussion? See, y'all thinking, when you think of concussion, you're thinking about somebody who's like punch drunk, you think about little birds, little birds, you think of little cartoon birds going on around their heads and shit.
I know, it's cute.
Yeah, you think, ain't nothing, man.
Get up.
Yeah,
rub some dirt on it. Walk it off.
No, it's fucked up, man, the way they show it in this movie right here. I mean, these people turn into monsters. They turn into that crazy homeless person on the street that you see, squalling in his own squandering.
Squatting in his own squalor.
Squandering and squatting.
No, not squandering.
I've had a few of these concussions myself. Okay. I'm having one right now.
How about wallowing?
Wallowing in their own shit. Like, these people, they become deranged. They have hallucinations.
Yeah.
They go through depression. I mean, they have symptoms.
They become violent.
Yeah, they become violent. They have symptoms that people in their 80s should have, but these are people in their 40s and 50s.
Or people like schizophrenia or
bipolarism, and then eventually suicide, and hopefully, God forbid, the death of somebody else, like a family member. It's a really horrific thing that these players are going through, man. It'll make all you nerds out there who can never play sports, you'll be like, wow, the path I chose in life is kind of okay now.
Yeah.
So, if you want to go into this and not have your image of anything, altered at all,
or influenced,
don't ever look up this dude, Dr. Omalu. Because nothing like Will Smith. If Gary Coleman was alive, they would have got him to do this shit.
He would have pulled it off way better than Will Smith.
Yeah. They could have got Emmanuel Lewis to play this shit right there. Hey, Kevin Hart, anybody.
That's right, because they got Adebisi to play an American.
Yeah.
You're like, wait a second.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Mr. Echo.
Yeah.
Mr. Echo's in this shit. He's mad like, motherfucker, I'm African for real. Yeah. He walked.
That's how he channeled his performance.
Oh yeah, on the set, he plays Mr. Echo. I forgot his real name in life at a BC.
Can't pronounce
Yeah,
it.
it's hard to
You
say.
can't pronounce
Yeah.
it, but that dude, the shit that you see him being mad at Will Smith in the movie, that shit is real. He's like, if you fucking move to shit, I'm a real African.
Damn.
You ain't. Will
No,
Smith.
he say some fucked up shit to him.
Will Smith even look like, damn, brother, I'm sorry. You looking at me in the eye and shit.
We acting right now. What's going on?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Didn't I run into you in casting?
He looks at the camera. Guys,
Yeah, Will Smith. Somebody gonna yell cut. This motherfucker beat my ass. But you tell he's truly horrified right there. I'm gonna admit to you right now, I think I was a little unfair on Will Smith because I couldn't help but see Will Smith every time he was talking in the movie in the early beginning of the film because there are a lot of scenes that he has to carry by himself. And during those times, there's no one that he can really act against that's, really doing any sparring with him as far as the lines go. So when he's talking, I'm just focusing, again, unfairly too much on his dialogue, as in this scene right here where he's talking to his would-be wife about how he wanted nothing more to be an American, and now they're trying to fuck me.
They make fun of him. They insult him on TV, and now they want to pretend that his disease does not exist, and they want to bury me.
She's like, I don't know what fucking accent that is.
How am I supposed to respond to
Yeah,
this?
exactly. So I'm just supposed to sit here and look at you.
I don't know what you want me to say. When it really starts to hit its intensity level, that's when it not only does Will Smith start acting more, but that's when the story really draws you in. And when I say Will Smith is acting more, that's when he hits that cadence too, because he's talking like this, but to be that serious African, you'd be like, I found these discoveries. I don't know why everybody's messing with me. So he's putting them little high pitched notes in there.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where the story draws you in because the NFL is just fucking sinister, man.
they're worse than the mob.
Man,
He thought FIFA was bad.
we're looking at FIFA right now and all the people they're talking about with the corruption scandals and everything. Man, with this whole thing right here, NFL's the same shit. You have Albert Brooks, who's in this, and he plays his boss in the movie. I think his name was Dr. Hecht or something.
We good, Dr. We good.
Wiegand, yeah. And he told him, he's pretty much just telling him, he's like, look, man, everybody loves football, and the NFL don't fucking play when you're messing with that money. He just comes short of saying they're gonna fucking kill you, man.
You're gonna be sleeping with the
Why
fishes.
are they doing this?
They're terrified of you. Bennett Amalu is going to war with a corporation that has 20 million people on a weekly basis craving their product. The same way they crave food. The NFL owns a day of the week. The same day the church used to own. Now it's theirs.
He make it sound like the NFL's building a Death Star.
Basically.
And it's targeted right on Will Smith.
Well, he's almost like the Colonel Troutman of the NFL. Like you can't beat them. Get more body bags.
Yeah, leave this shit alone. And the way he describes it, because he's a good guy. And the way he's telling it, when he's talking about the NFL, it makes him look like a villain.
Yeah,
But he's
watching
just,
the trailer, I thought he was.
Right.
I did too. He's all in darkness and shit,
Yeah.
like a mob boss. But it's scary how he talks about the mafia, the NFL. The NFL, man, it's like their marketing is crazy. Like they make like people. That's why people like football. They don't even like football, but the NFL just makes them believe they like football.
Around this time, yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
No, it's like you describe it as a mob, and it's pretty much what it is. It's 32 billionaires. That's what the NFL is, a collection of billionaires making decisions about shit. So they know how to make sure that their money keeps coming.
Oh, yeah. Their influence is strong.
Oh, hell yeah.
All this shit about sportsmanship, and you see these commercials, they out there delivering turkeys to hungry families and shit.
Yeah.
Man, that's all fucking fake.
Yeah,
That's
the
all
fact
marketing.
that 1 million of them are like beating their wives or, and all this shit. And then it's a commercial talking about, no more of this.
Oh, yeah, I remember
you
that.
see that
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Like, come on,
But you
dude.
got to do a PSA to stop a football player from beating his wife.
the shit out of his wife or girlfriend.
Bro,
Like,
that's common sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's a
what you're
big
supposed to
campaign
do.
for them, Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is
Insane.
This is and Albert Brooks is great in the movie, man.
He really is.
There's so many good people in this film.
He's become one of those guys, kind of like John Goodman, where if he's in a movie, he's going to steal every scene he's in.
Oh yeah, you know he's great in the film, and there's so many people in this film. It's almost people are great actors are just put down to cameos or walk-ons. You know, one of the things that first of all is very obvious about this is that Will Smith is obvious. He wants to. This is him. I'm not even saying it's him. The movie chose him because they wanted him to be Oscar material for a movie they thought would be Oscar material.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And as the movie gets more intense as it goes along, and so does Will Smith. And that stuff I was talking about before with Will Smith and saying how he's too much Will Smith to me. I have to admit, his accent, it kind of floated, but this is one of the best performances that he's given, in my opinion, in a long time.
Joe, he does autopsies. He's not in the outcome business.
He has no business.
You know what history does to people. Trained physicians who ignore science.
Oh, wow.
Stop! I am not done. History laughs.
This motherfucker talk to me like
That's beautiful, man.
You invited me out for a drink.
Continue to deny my work. The world will deny my work. But men, your men, continue to die. Their families left in ruins. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
That dude was like, man, look, I ain't got an Oscar on me, man. You out of luck, brother. I can't do nothing for you. That's the line that's really selling it. That's the line that they really thought that they could get an Oscar on because everybody's going around. It's the I saved your life. I saved your life in this movie. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I've already seen memes of this. It's like at the top is like when you ask your girl she want to go out for dinner and she say I don't know. She said, tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
It's that finger.
It fits.
It's that finger.
Yeah.
Man, that's one thing black people can do. They can make that finger act.
Yeah.
So he's like, stop. Oh God.
Yeah. that he might not get Academy Award, but that finger will.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Oh, look, he's already crying. Now, come on, don't do this, Corey, man. No, look, for me, and you saw this.
Yeah.
So, how, man, is it? Because this brother's trying hard.
You make it sound so sad.
You almost like, I really want to give this to you.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
I'm not the bad guy because I want to.
I do.
It's just that, well, you know.
He's basically in the same water as Johnny Depp is for Black Man.
Yeah.
Like he kicked ass. Like in the movie, the movie around him isn't that great, but the person was acting their ass off. So you kind of want to give it to him.
It's not an Academy Award winning performance, in my
it's not.
opinion.
What about nomination?
I think it's worth a nomination.
I would, you know what? To
Okay.
give him respect, give him a nomination. But
That's
Why nominate you?
like a participation
Why nominate
trophy.
somebody who you know shouldn't win?
man, you're right.
But the thing is, like,
What's the point of that?
Man, you're right.
We just wanted you to rent a tux.
They
See how
got to fill
good you
space,
look in
Mark.
it.
I mean, basically, we've been talking about this like off camera with Tommy Ray and I. Like, we're like, well, who's like got a great,
grasp on it.
yeah, great grasp on it.
Really.
Nobody really. So like,
Kind of a toss-up.
it's like one or two people. You're like, all right, this person has it. Outside of that,
Martin,
but
you're
as he
right.
said-
You know what? No, I'm not gonna even say it.
Oh, man.
That's you know what? I'm even being nice because to say he at least deserves a nomination, that's some Special Olympic shit. I'm
I
talking
told
about.
you.
It totally is.
That was
It totally is.
that was a participation trophy.
Yeah,
Because if you nominated him and he won over some other performances,
You'd be like, nah.
You'd be like, that's some bullshit.
Not even Johnny Depp. You'd be like, if Johnny Depp was nominated and he won over him, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I ain't gonna look. I ain't gonna give it to him just because that finger's out there.
Right.
You know that,
Can't do it.
This process here is really not all that fascinating. Like I said, it's pretty standard, man. The stuff that they do here is following the same procedures that we see in the same kind of dramas as this one. I wasn't pulled. I should be pulled in by this guy, this David and Goliath story right here, but
Yeah.
I'm not in the. And I can tell you another reason why. I hate to keep playing these clips, but the movie is even filmed in a way that seems standard. They got these scenes with they got these like the music is kind of playing.
Yeah, it looks very dreary.
It is.
The
It is.
photography is just
everything's dark blue and green.
Yeah, it really
very
is.
drained.
Like the Alec Baldwin again, another great actor here.
Yeah.
They have a scene where the dialogue is so long that they don't know what to do. So they're talking inside. They're like, well, shit, we talk a lot of time. Let's go outside and talk for no fucking reason.
Football does not want to talk to you. Like my daddy, a Louisiana judge, always used to say to me, son, God is number one, and football is number two. Look, the league has kept everyone in the dark, and you turned on the lights and gave their biggest boogeyman a name. What's happening now? What you think they're doing to you? That's nothing.
You're like, damn it, can we go back inside? It's cold out here. I want to show y'all that, and if you're listening, you won't see it, but it's just like giving them very obvious business to do. You know, it stands out like, okay, y'all just outside walking because y'all got to film some shit, you know? It's a lot of things there that I never felt like, okay, wow, I'm really pulled into this whole thing and I feel, scared for this guy. I feel there's some suspense going on. I feel like I'm learning something new. The whole time I'm thinking, man, this is really interesting. I'm entertained by it mildly, but I can go home and look up the rest on the internet to find out, the real nitty-gritty of this story right here.
Right.
Some interesting things that you can read into here that I thought were pretty cool. I hope they're real I hope they're real things that this guy did, because you're probably wondering why is the NFL not fucking with this dude right here? And I'll tell you why, because they think that he's crazy. They're like, we don't have to kill him. They're like, we can just make him look like he's insane because
he's camera in front of him.
Well, he pulls out bodies, when he does his autopsies and he talks to them, and everybody in the room is like, man, can you just not do that?
Well, it's not even everybody. It's one guy. It's like, chill.
Oh my God! I almost forgot about
Mike
that.
O'Malley.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The guy he works with is just angry at him all the time.
That's what I'm talking
for no
about.
reason. He's like, now that's a cartoon character, right?
That's the guy I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's the asshole football guy.
Yeah,
who also works with him.
No matter what he said, like if he came in and said like, "Oh, good afternoon," oh fuck, man, it's got to be afternoon. It's only 11. Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, that dude was just
no matter what he said.
Really?
Yeah,
he was
That's a little heavy.
He's supposed to have an adversary.
He was cartoonish.
Yeah,
God
it's
damn
just
it.
the guy that's supposed to be an asshole, so this guy would have something to fight against, to create some like an antagonist in the movie.
Yeah, that's
Man,
a little.
yeah,
Too, they
he's
tried a little too hard with that.
He's his fucking coyote and shit.
Well, if you're trying to make some Oscar bait type shit, you can't.
You can't
taking
do that
shortcuts
shit.
like that.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't do that.
Yeah.
A good movie of this type should make you want to look up a little bit more, but it should not make you want to look up a little bit more because you feel like you're missing some of the picture too.
Yeah.
It does leave you with a little bit of hope too. It's like, hey man, maybe people will start looking at this, and then we already see the results that the NFL is already trying to make changes. So I give it a matinee. It's again it's not what they hoped it was going to be. I don't even know how they looked at this and thought they were going to get an Oscar.
Maybe they had nothing else.
Yeah, man, it kind of goes. Luckily, this is something where the second act doesn't drag, but the third act is kind of a big letdown, I think. And then they show, for most movies like this, they show the text at the end. Well, this happened after this, and this happened after this. A lot of the stuff they showed, I felt like they could have took stuff out of this movie and put it in here. It would have been a little bit more interesting. But yeah, man, overall, I'll give it a matinee.
Okay.
Yeah, I just felt kind of flat about it. Like there's no part where
Man, that's the word, flat.
Flat, yeah. I didn't hate it, but I no part of it did I love. I mean, the quality raises it above a rental, but it's a low matinee.
When they show you how these people are suffering from these brain injuries, that shit is scary, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the most effective thing they do in the movie. People coming in and how they turn into just deranged animals, man.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. It just makes you realize, like, it makes you scared to have a brain.
Yeah, like
that's just a scary thing.
One year a guy is the biggest football hero in the city, and a few years later he's living on the streets, crazy gluing his teeth back in.
Yeah,
on a regular
right.
basis.
There's some worse stuff than that, man.
God damn. But yeah, that's like it's a thing with me, like head trauma and shit. Like in movies, when I see someone just like beaten in the head, or like that shit on Facebook or World Star where just motherfuckers beating each other in the
Shovels
head.
and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I've had a concussion, man, so I know this shit ain't
Yeah.
real. Like, it's
The
not.
brain is a
this
fragile
is a joke.
thing, man.
And me, I'm just stupid.